welcome back. This video, we're gonna finish up the wiring for the most part on the Camaro, and then we're gonna get into pulling the transmission apart, go through that, and so let's get at it. Got all the wiring tucked in, neatened up, got everything done for the most part. We got a few little things we gotta do. Got the 4-ways right here. Gotta put that in so I can throw it on them. Nah, I know who built it. I'm gonna need 4-ways at some point, I'm sure. Got the turn signals up for the dash indicators, horn, a couple other little things over here, some map light, and then I got like backup lights and fuel pump. That'll go when I get the shifter. Fuel gauge, I'm gonna put a fuel gauge in it, and probably that'll just use that for a relay trigger. What else is that? Lights for the door, a couple little things, not a big deal, but you can see got the parking running lights. Can't really see the ones in the front. Got them headlights on, and I eliminated the fog lights, so we're using that to trigger the brights. So everything's working on that. Turn signals, brake lights working. Everything's working. So that's good. Windows work, although I think the motors are going bad. You go up and they'll go up, and you gotta let them cool down for a second, or let it sit for a second before it'll work again. And it's got good ground and everything on it. I've checked it a couple times, and so I think they're both gonna need new motors because it's both doing it, but they both use the same ground. So I thought maybe the ground was bad, but ground seems to be good. I even did a ground directly to the battery for it, and didn't seem to make a difference. So there's that. We're good to go. Time on to get some good stuff in. Gonna work on the transmission next, I think, pulling it apart, make sure there's no water damage in it, and then go from there. Start building the trans, and pull the engine back out, get it all cleaned up, and we'll bring you back when we're all ready to do that. Got the transmission up on the stand, pulled the pan off. I don't know, there's some material in the bottom. This right here, that's where the dipstick was open into some material. That's like actual material. I don't know why it's like that. There was fluid in it. There's metal on the magnet. I mean, quite a bit, but the fluid didn't smell that burned, but there's obviously material in the bottom. I think that's mostly clutch. That's obviously got some metal in it. We'll pull it off and see how bad it looks. Got the valve body off. Pretty clean in there. Valve body's pretty clean. That I cleaned up. It had a bunch of gunk on it. But that I haven't cleaned up at all. That's just the way it came out. Excuse me. Always two sneezes. Anybody else have 2 sneezes? I don't know. Whatever. Just always 2 sneezes whenever I do that. But yeah, you can see a little bit of material on there. But not bad. Pretty clean overall. So that fluid's kind of gross. Not too bad though. Not too much material in there. Well, keep tearing it down. Pulled the pump out, and there was this brass plug put in there. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. You kind of see it right there. It's got a bleed hole in it. It's staked in there pretty good. I don't know what that's about. And then on the other side, there's one staked in there with no bleed hole. And then that right there on the other side of it, it's staked in there with a plug. I'm going to ask around on the internet, but if anybody watches the video and knows what that's about, let me know in the comments. Down below, down there someplace. All right, and keep going. So far it looks good though. The rest of the pump is clean. I cleaned it up a little bit. It had a little bit of rust on it from sitting. But overall in pretty good shape. Pull it in half, see what it looks like. Alright, pulled the pump apart. I took a photo of it and thought I was videoing it. I was talking to the photo. I'm an idiot. But pump's in good shape. You can't feel any of that. I think that's just some marks from sitting and not moving because you can't feel it with your fingernail. Over here, pump looks good. The housing looks good. I already pulled it out and didn't video it. And I took a picture and was talking, but it's all good in there. It's, you know, you can see some mark where it's been sitting, but you can't feel anything with the fingernail. So I think it's good. We're going to keep on going. Okay, pulling out the next thing. Fourth gear, all those look good. Still in good shape. Steels look good. Clutches look good. Still got grooves in it. Everything's good. Ran into the overrun, which it says the overdrive drum, and they call it the overrun clutches. So I assume it's overdrive. I don't know a ton, but I know how to take measurements, and I know what looks bad, and these clutches are 8 up. There's pretty much no material on it. That's the thicker retainer one. It's got like, it's like super, got a ton of heat in it and material stuck to it. All the clutches are burned up, so I have a feeling that all that material we saw in the bottom of the pan probably came from this. It's still pretty clean in here. Everything else is pretty clean. We're gonna dig in. I think this is whatever problem was on this one is gonna be in here. The guy bought it from the story he got was that it was a Pepsi truck that had been wrecked at 80,000 miles and it already had a rebuilt transmission in it. So whatever they were doing in overdrive was probably killing it. It was probably the same person driving it and killed this one too. I'm going to go in. I'll do some research and see what I can come up with on what causes this. And at the end of the video, maybe I'll talk about it. Alright, got the forward clutches all out. Everything looks good here. No heat in any of this. It's got the wavy plate in it still. So if it was a rebuild, just stock rebuild on it. Everything else looks good in there. All the hubs, everything. No real heat in it. So that's all good. So good so far, only one problem. So now we're at the direct clutch. Everything looks good. The sprag seems to be working fine. Looks like it's in good shape. No weird noises. The front band, it's got like a weird texture to it. Looks like it might be warm. Not worn a little bit. Just got a weird texture. The, what is that? That's the direct. Yeah, I think this is the direct clutches or the intermediate. I always get them mixed up. Anyway, one of them. This one definitely had some heat in it. Not as bad as that initial overrun, but definitely some heat in these clutches and the steels. You can see it. Nothing as bad as on that one though. So a little bit of problem there. Keep going. I don't. These are things like. Not really sure. I think these are going to mainly just be abuse things with it. But when we go back, we'll go through and set everything up. We'll replace all these clutches. I'm pretty happy with everything though. All the hard parts are in really good shape and clean and everything. So I'm happy with that. Okay. That's the direct. This is the intermediate. Intermediate looks like it's in good shape. Clutches are good. No obnoxious heat in there. Looks like maybe they were cleaned up at some point when it was rebuilt. I don't know, feeling that. Feels a little wavy. I don't know. We'll probably go ahead and replace all the clutches and steels just to be on the safe side. And then we'll do all the mods to make it out. A couple more pieces to pull apart though. We're doing good. I think overall still pretty good. Where's we're at? The case is a little dirty in here. We'll have to clean that up real good. Yeah, see, it's weird. Like the fluid, it's got a bunch of material in it, but the fluid doesn't look real bad, and it's got a little burn to it, but definitely not as bad as the material looks and as bad as those clutches look. So I don't know what's going on there. All right, let's keep going. All right, something I just noticed on it. This engagement on. Focus your foot. If you look right there, that is where the snap ring is in, and the snap ring is open past one of the lugs. Now, I'm certainly not an expert, but there is one thing I can tell you for sure: you want as much engagement in the case on that snap ring as possible. So if you learn anything from me, that's one thing you want to do. I would have put that more in the middle, and I think they make a case saver for this, and I might do something with that. But that is certainly no bueno the way that is right there, and we'll keep going from there. All right, the rear rings, the drums, everything else looks like it's in good shape. Bearings are all nice on here. It's not rollerized in the bottom. Probably going to do that. I'll leave that. I'll probably end up rollerizing the output shaft. Everything else looks good. All the bushings all the stuff like that inside the shafts and everything. Everything looks good. So probably just going to do the the clutches and the steels. And all these Teflons seem good. I'll probably take out the ones and do all the mods and everything. When I do that, we'll go through it and I'll show you. So there we go. This is where we're at now. Transmission's apart. It's in good shape, completely rebuildable. I'm not sure if we're going to go ahead and get a manual valve body with a trans brake or not, but we can decide that later. So that's where we're at. Good to go. But that'll probably be it for today. We'll wrap it up here in a second. Okay, guys, that's going to wrap this up for today. That's been for over a few days and a bunch of stuff all put together. This is even after the last video I put out. So just doing an intro and an outro at the same time. Got another video coming out. We bought a outboard just to do a quick flip. Got a good deal on that. Trying to see if we can make some money off of those. Just trying to do some stuff to make some more content and make a little bit of money to put more into the car. So thanks for watching. Click the like, subscribe if you liked what you saw. Appreciate it. Later.